beliefs. When you're talking about free speech, I don't mind if somebody says they're an animal, they're a dog, they're a cat, they're a rat, whoever. But you treat them as a dog, a cat, or a rat. He did not sign on to be told to call a boy a girl or a he they.
No, but a teacher has to keep their beliefs outside the classroom. In the same.
No, they do not. Why do you think you have Christian thinking? Why did you have catechism in school? Why do the Muslims have a mosque? Why do the Jewish have a synagogue?
In fairness, Jeremy,
hold on a minute.
Go on a minute.
That man has put himself through college, I'm sure, through teacher training college, as the rest of his family are accredited to their mother and father with all the degrees and everything else they have. And you're putting a woman forward for President of Ireland and she wouldn't even answer a question, a civil question asked in a civil way to a young fella who's afraid for his brother. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should have a bit of respect just for the fact that he put himself through college. You're never done there saying everybody's sponging off the government, everybody's this, everybody's that.
Let me ask you then, Jacqueline. Do you believe that this man has a right to enter the premises of a school that he's been suspended from duty from? He's been suspended.
I think that whatever crimes he's committed, he's paid for. You were talking the other day about what is prison for? If only to redeem people. If some people think it's to redeem themselves, to better themselves. Look at your one had somebody in with a gun that had gun experience and was caught with a gun, was sentenced to prison, and she brought her into the doll. No disrespect to that girl, she served that crime, but it was up to Catherine Donnelly to make sure that she was told. She had told the rest of people. Because I was a boss here.
This guy has been told by the courts of the land not to go on the premises of Wilson's Hospital School, okay?
And if he doesn't show up for work, he won't get wages. So
How you, Scott? I'm good. I just got the kids down and the missus down and all that, so rolled up a fatty and I thought, fuck it, I might as well go live. I'm just about to play a bit on live. You know, I get a bit. I don't get bored of it, but sometimes I get bored of the sound of my own voice. So I just want to listen to a bit of radio. You know, you should be a happy boy tomorrow. I'm actually picking up any minute. Actually, just some some normal stuff. But so I'm just about to play online and just have a little bit of a joke around. You know. Listen to how are you? How's your day?
Things won't. The fines won't be paid. So what's he supposed to do? What's he supposed to do? Get himself a little mint to print out without.
You believe that he is well within his rights to stand outside that school every single day and demand to be allowed in?
Yes.
But he's been suspended. Yes. He doesn't work there.
He does work there. It's a technicality why he's not in there. It's a technicality. The principal who caused all this to do is gone. He flew his kite. He's gone. The principal, the person he was supposed to follow.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Jacqueline. You, and that's fair enough. You respect Enoch Burke's rights to his beliefs, okay? And you think that, regardless of his beliefs, he believes that, you know, there's a man in the clouds that made the world, and that's his belief, and that's fine. I think that's nonsense.
Hold on a minute.
Let me finish. So you believe in his right to believe whatever he wants. Then would you have a problem with a teacher who turned around to a class and said there's 50 different genders? So if your child that's the teacher's beliefs. No, but hang on a second. Hang on a second. You either believe...
Religion has nothing got to do with your sexuality.
No, you just said that every teacher should have a right to their beliefs. And I said, would you have a problem with a teacher... I don't know, do you have young kids?
Yeah, well, I'm at the raid my family now, but I tell you this for nothing. If one of them came in to me tomorrow and said at 16, 15, 13, 14, 15, I want to be a boy or I want to be a girl, you wouldn't have shy. I'd had more time. I'd had a harder time putting food on the table than listening to that kind of crap.
Well, that's another story. And then you'd lose your kids and they disown you and stuff like that. Because you're supposed to love your children. You know you're supposed to love your children unconditionally.
I love them.
No, you know you're supposed to love them.
When I bring me child,
Again,
there's no way when I bring me child to a doctor and have them euthanize that poor
Okay,
kid.
I want to go back. I want to go back to the
She didn't answer
conversation.
the question, by the way. I
know she's not going to answer the
No,
question.
I want an answer to the question. You believe
You
that...
didn't answer.
No, you believe that Enoch Burke is entitled to his beliefs, and in fact, you said fair play to him for standing up for his beliefs, okay? Now, let me put it to you.
Yes.
You have a child in school who's 13 years of age, and that child comes home to you today and say, "Oh, teacher, well, how'd you get on in school today, Janice?" And Janice says to you, "Mommy, yeah, our teacher says he believes that there's 150 different genders. That's his belief. He told us in class today that there's about 150 different genders." What would you say to that?
I'd say to him, come here, son, there was Adam and Eve. That's what I was taught. And what do you teach your children? Only what you were taught, Jeremy.
Okay,
What
okay.
do you teach your children? And come here, I tell you,
So
if
it's-
I was a Muslim,
okay.
there's no way would you describe my God as a sky fairy who comes down and tells you what to do and this and that. Because you know why? They'd fucking behead you on O'Connell Street, and that'd be the end of you.
Sorry, I'm entitled to
That'd be the end of you.
Jacqueline, let me go back to Enoch Burke. Enoch Burke is standing outside this school day in and day out. The school has had to hire security to keep him out of the school.
They didn't have to hire security. He never went inside the gate. The man was standing outside.
He tried to go in the video. We just played the clip from. He was trying to
He
get
was
past
he
us
was
earlier.
on the school premises. He was trying to go into the school, and the security guard
At the
stopped
end
him.
of the day, they did that. They tried to catch that man out on many an occasion. That man, like his sisters and his brothers, knows the law. He's caught in a catch-22 situation. He's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't. If he gives up that fight, he's saying, they'll sack him, and that's it, end of story. No pension, no nothing. And if he doesn't continue doing what he's doing, he's not going to get any wages. They have to pay his wages because he's suspended.
Jacqueline, sorry, Tommy, what do you say to all of that? That he has a right...
Yes, every right that you have to be on the phone telling me.
Mrs. If you break a court order, where would you end up? You fucking idiot. He's no right there.
I tell you, what would you do now if your son was cut right in hell on the tractor or the fucking trailer or whatever it is you're walking from? I tell you what you do. You wouldn't shite. You know what you do? You fucking pay somebody off. That's what you all did down the country. Don't fucking tell me. I might have went to school, but this is honest on the way.
Here, I have a 15-year-old daughter and she's lesbian. She told me that, right? She loves women.
That's no
Fair
hell.
play to her.
That's no
Fair
hell.
play to her. So does that make her a fucking boy?
No, she doesn't
No.
want to be a boy. Somebody who has a penis and thinks that they just because they take hormones and their chest enlarges and they put a bit of lipstick and a wig on is a girl. Does that make would that make your son a girl? No, it wouldn't. And everything is all right once you're pointing the finger at somebody else. It's when it comes inside your own hall door.
But see, this is
You're
not the
telling
point.
me when you pick your daughter up, are you telling me when you pick your daughter up from the crib, the first thing you said is, can't wait for her to bring her girlfriend home? You did, you're shy. I can't wait to walk her down the aisle. Whether it's man, woman, or being married. Jacqueline. But you didn't say, oh, I can't wait for her to bring home her fucking girlfriend.
can't hear everybody.
Jacqueline, the brainwashing and indoctrination that you're talking about into trans ideology that you say is no different than the brainwashing and indoctrination that Enoch Burke would want to do about his religious beliefs. So it's the exact same thing.
He wasn't a religious teacher.
Yes, so
He didn't have any input into them children.
So more is
He
so his
stands
job, his
for what
job.
he believes.
So, as I think he was German and was a German in history, but
German in history, yeah.
Your job as a geography teacher, for argument's sake, is to teach is to teach about mountains and rivers and clouds. It's not to teach.
And say, Jeremy, what do you think? Where do you think the highest stake is in Ireland? And what battle was fought in 1866 and all that. But when he's calling your name, and you want to be called Patricia and your name is Patrick, That's a different kettle of fish.
Well, no,
Okay,
it's-
stay with me for 1 second. I've a load of calls coming in on this. Our WhatsApp number is...
I love her, by the way.
Oh,
She's-
yeah, no,
she's
brilliant.
great. She's great.
085-825-2626 if you would like to throw your tuppence worth in. We're asking, basically, should Enoch Burke be made to pay the cost of a security guard outside Wilson's Hospital School that's been hired by the school to keep him out, basically? Our number is 085-825-2626. This is Keith.
Should he not be made to pay for a security guard that's made stand there at the school because the man wouldn't recognise a young boy as a young girl? Come on, lads, common sense for fuck's sake. XY chromosomes. That's why he fucking lost his job. That's why he got locked up, his freedom taken away from him because of his religious beliefs. Now go back a couple of weeks, you had a couple of Muslims up here telling people that they should, respect their ways and respect their beliefs, and they're not here to take over. But when an Irishman stands up and asks you to respect his fucking beliefs, he's a criminal. He's not happy to see him being locked up. He's not happy to see every penny being drained out of a man's life. He's all fucking crazy. Anybody who's against it, see that thing Condy as well, and all the retards. I hope some of them are listening to this today. All the fucking retards who are all about freedom of speech, but only when it's their way. I don't know. The world is going Dixon's out there, it is.
It's the Opinions Matter podcast with Adrian Kennedy and Jeremy Dixon. A podcast from Ireland with a difference.
Uh-oh. Leaky nappy keep you up last night? Try Pampers Baby Dry. They're leak-proof, so everyone can sleep better. And wake up ready to go again. If you stop the leaks, you stop the yawns. Try new Pampers Baby Dry. Leak-proof for better sleep or your money back. T's and C's apply. Receipt required.
Teresa, you're on Opinions Matter. Hi, Teresa.
Hey, Adrian. I just believe, look, the man is not sacked from the school, so he's not sacked. He's going there for his beliefs.
Enoch Burke was dismissed from his job. He was dismissed back in 2023.
And the only reason, by the way, that they're still paying him because there's an appeal going on at the moment. So, like with any job, like with any grievance you have with a job, if there is an appeal going on as to your dismissal, so he was dismissed, they are still paying you. So that is the reason he's still being paid. And again, I have to stress this again, he was not dismissed because he refused to recognise transgenderism. That's not why he was dismissed. Like, how do people, even though we've said that a million times, how do people not get that? And
I understand. He was dismissed because of his behaviour.
Yeah.
How he handled
And
things.
in fairness, if I spoke to my boss, or if I had an incident with my boss...
How's everybody, guys? I died, man. 98 kills. Fuck's sake. I nearly had fucking 100. How's everybody? How are you, Guy? How are you, Scott? Yeah, it's go time now. As in, like, the kids are in bed now. All you can do is go again straight away. I got Kira sitting here beside me. Hello, Kira. Hello. Sammy's out here somewhere as well. Oh shit, I'm in the game now. Shit. I got brought straight into a game. Lovely. That's bollocks. Come on, move. Snap, I'm gonna snap. Ah, my signal's going. That's shit, that's stupid, that is. That was shit, that was. I got kicked out because my signal was shit, probably. Welcome to the disco room. Welcome to the disco ball. Welcome to the disco ball. Did he say he's just pulling up now, or did he say? I thought you said you were leaving now. I was like, fuck, that's quick, bro. That's alright, here, let's just send you the rest, right? Here's 50 cash. Yeah. I'll send you the other in a minute, right? Thanks very much, see you in a minute. Bye bye. Hold on 1 sec. Let's have to text me with our mate now. My phone's frozen. My phone's frozen. For fuck's sake.